Hello everyone, this is KWell Coder. In this video, we will be downloading Python 3 in Visual Studio Code. You may be wondering, what is the difference between the average Python 3 IDE and Visual Studio Code? Well, though the Python 3 IDE does run Python, it is also literally only meant for Python, and no other programming language. Meanwhile, Visual Studio Code can run multiple programming languages with one IDE, saving time for those who are interested in programming in multiple languages, not just Python. As a bonus, Visual Studio Code also gives code recommendations and lets the user know what could be wrong with their code in advance, rather than letting the user know what is wrong with their code after the program already ran. At this point in the video, one may be wondering, are there any advantages to the average Python 3 IDE? Well, overall, the average Python 3 IDE does have less buttons to push and fewer settings to change. Though this is the case, Visual Studio Code makes programming a lot easier for the user. Okay, after all that, I hope I helped you decide which IDE you want to choose, because now it's time to download them. To download Python 3, you will have to head to their webpage. If needed, the link will be in the description. Once you get to their webpage, you have to hover over the blue Downloads button. Once you do, you'll see many downloads for Python, labeled with different operating systems. What you'll have to do is click the latest Python 3 version for the operating system you are using. Right now I'm using Windows, so I'll click that. Once you do, a setup should be initiated. You have to head to your system's files and open it. Once you open up that Python 3 setup, you should get this pop-up. What you want to do next is click Add Python.exe to Path. Then click Customize Installation. Leave these settings the way they are, you're going to need them later. Then click Next. You can customize the installation location if you like, but I'm going to leave it the way it is. Once you do, click Install. Then Python 3 should start installing. It should only take a few minutes to download, and then you'll have it on your computer and ready to be used. Okay, Python 3 just finished setting up for me. This is what it should look like. After you get this pop-up, you can click Close. There you go, now you have it on your computer. Now it's time to download Visual Studio Code. To download Visual Studio Code, you'll have to head to their webpage as well. Again, if needed, the link will be in the description. Once you get to their webpage, the download button labeled with the operating system you're using should be right here. But if you don't see it, click the down arrow, and then it should appear. Right now I'm using Windows, so I'll click the blue Downloads button for Windows. Once you do, a setup should be initiated, just like Python. Again, you'll have to head to your system's files and open it. Once you open up that Visual Studio Code setup, this pop-up should come up. This should automatically be set as I do not accept the agreement, but what you'll have to do is click I accept, then click Next. You can customize the installation location just like Python 3, then click Next. You can choose what you want to name it, then click Next. Keep these settings the way they are because again you're going to need them later. Then click Next, then click Install. Again, this should only take a little bit and then you'll have it on your computer. Great, my Visual Studio Code just finished downloading. Now you can click Finish. There you go, now you have Visual Studio Code and Python 3 on your computer. If you want, you can switch between those two whenever you want. Okay, that's all for downloading Python 3 and Visual Studio Code. In the next video, we will be coding. See you then.